Morning, everybody. Lift day, everybody. But today's story is gonna be my Tío Javier Ramirez, El Dorito man, Laker, Showtime man. Yo sé que I haven't really spoken about my Tío Javier. What am I gonna talk about him? Growing up, he was a handyman. He was the man that my dad called for everything. He's the man that my dad, my dad respected. My dad's, he was considered probably his idol. A man that could do everything. A man that changed my dad. Well, my Tío Javier used to always talk about my dad. He used to respect my dad. He used to admire my dad. Same, vice versa, my dad también. And this is in the 1980s. How I remember my tío. I don't really remember him in the projects and all that. My mind wasn't there. I was too young. I had more things to be occupied. I remember when I went to Grullo, I came back. I was going to be 10 years old, or 10 years old. My dad and me moved into Sereno, right there to Alhambra. Back then it was my Tío Ricardo's property, and my Tío Ricardo allowed my dad to build a building. And my dad hired, obviously, my Tío Javier, everybody. Tío Javier, like I said, he was the handyman of the family. And my dad will go and pick him up right here in the city of Pal. And no matter where my tío was, no matter what the time was, my tío was always ready for my dad. Even though he wasn't ready, it was my dad when he needed money, he needed work or something. That's how much my tío and my dad were fond of each other. Well, it started one afternoon, and first thing we did is bought a measuring tape, and started measuring and putting 3 bars on the floor. And obviously we had to fire or get rid of Yolanda. Back then, in the apartments, Freddie and Oscar used to live there. And they used to have bunk beds. And Freddie and Oscar used to be part of my life. We used to go to Azusa, we used to go to the parades and everything. And Freddie was my idol and the person that I grew up with. I love him and everything. And Oscar was Oscar. I knew him all the stories because everybody knows about Rubio, by Laura and all that. There was a time that we had just came from exploring the caves in Mexico, and looking for gold and going to school in the Grullo and everything. Well, first thing that my uncle did, like I said, he measured, and it seems like he brought all the family. Victor, Victor, Jerry, Javier, and Danny Ramirez. And occasionally he'll bring Prima Liz, And we measured, we started putting the rebar, we made the foundation, we made the structure. And I remember the first thing that my uncle did every day was stop and get his Budweiser. He knew the name of the Budweiser, the philosophy and everything. And Budweiser was a part of his life, I guess, until the day he died. We used to get him a little 6-pack in the morning. And we used to get him a Tapatio and some Doritos. That's all he needed to work. All day he'll work with his boots, his hats on. And my dad used to admire him how he used to work. Not only did he work, but he used to, right down Beverly, he used to jump fences, chain link fences, like Mexican Jordan, everybody, or Magic Johnson, and play basketball with his boots. In the beginning, it was to me, I didn't believe it. I got to see him. He played soccer with boots. He was the boot man. We used to call him the Marlboro man. The Dorito man. El vaquero, el chido, el whatever, man. My uncle had magic. He had everything that he wanted. And he could do it with boots. And simple boots. Nada de que avestruz, nada. Pura gamuza. Pura hard-working boots. But he always had boots. Till the day he died. And his hat. And he could do everything with it. Well, he used to walk in the rafters. When we were building the building. And I remember me and Danny Ramirez. He'll be walking drunk as fuck, but if not, he couldn't work. And he used to put the nails on his mouth and get one by one and just nail them in one hit. He was specialized in doing construction and doing anything that he wanted. He was a craftsman. He was a builder. You build it, if you think about it, he'll do it for you. It didn't matter. Fence, building, structure, remodel, roofing, whatever. Honest thing, you know, me and Danny Ramirez, we grew up and bonded with each other. And yes, occasionally we'll fight and everything. But I remember 1985, 82, all that the Lakers were winning championships. And after we built the garage, my Tío Javier would always call my dad, Manny, tráete las cervecitas, los Doritos con el chile del pato. And we'll stand there and let the night be the night. We'll be eating gems, everybody knows, our double cheeseburgers and all that. My Tío just had Doritos, chile pato, and a little six-pack. And we'll watch the Lakers, the Showtime, Magic Johnson. And I never knew what a fan was until I met my Tío. Maybe that's where I take it from, everybody. Maybe that's why I'm always screaming, yelling, getting all pumped up and excited. My Tío Javier taught me. And I've seen it live and in person. Oscar, Freddie, and my dad and everybody used to come and see my Tío get all like pumped up and dribble the ball, and that's why maybe all the Ramirez play basketball and they're badass motherfuckers. And little Danny Ramirez could dunk everybody, and he's bad, man. And my Tío Javier was awesome too. So we used to, like I said, play basketball with my Tío, but then we started watching the Showtime. And championship after championship after championship, we used to, see my Tío Javier with his Showtime, his Magic Johnson, and all that screaming, all that tapatillo, all those 12 packs. And we used to have a van, and my dad would drop off my Tío back at home, and he always asked him for the rent money and for the money, or we could advance him the money. My dad always did everything in his power to keep my Tío happy. He admired him that much. He respected him that much. And once we built our headquarters, our foundation, our structure, our building, we started the Carrillo Dinettes. And as long as my Tío was alive, my Tío knew that he always had a place and he belonged with us. And even though my mom and my dad got divorced or whatever, my Tío didn't see that. My Tío admired my dad so much. And it was awesome having my Tío Javier with us. And even though that he was part of my mom's side, he didn't care. He was with my dad and his wife, which is Mago. And he had no borders, he had no nada. He admired my dad and loved him so much that it didn't matter to him. And I guess he's the first person that taught me how to be around Mago instead of hating her and being that aggressiveness and everything. All the shit that I've done in life with her. And Tío Javier, every time that the Lakers will win, he'll tell Oscar and Freddie, and he'll get his sons, and Victor and Jerry Javier and Danny Ramirez. And we went about 2 times. to the city hall in downtown to go see the parade with my Tío Javier. Those were the first times that I ever was a fan of the Lakers, the Showtime. And so I grew up with that. The little TV, World Series, Dodgers, and everything, but the Lakers were my Tío Javier's focus, and the Budweiser, and the Tapatio, boots, and a hat. Well, everybody, I hope that you guys enjoy what my Tío Javier meant to us. Tío Javier was always appreciated. He had stories. He was strict with me. Me and all the Ramirez used to always fight because I used to get jealous, I guess. And I was spoiled by my dad and spoiled by my tío. And my tío always made me feel that I was special, that I was unique and rare. And even though his sons and they used to fight a lot with me, he always get his way with my dad. And my dad always, no matter what my tío and the Ramirez did to me, or how we fought or argued, the next day was over. Again, I'll pick him up. 6-pack in the morning, 12-pack in the afternoon, some Doritos, a TV to watch his Lakers, and that was it. After he did our structure, he went to Beeley's and he did the roofing, the pitch, and all that. I don't consider him the best handyman because water used to go through, and at the end, it ended up fixing it. And I remember we were buying the house. Billy's, and I used to go secretly with me and Billy and my Tío Javier, and my Tío Javier used to see all the potentials. And we did the swimming pool part, and we did the roof, and my dad always was there. We did the roof on the warehouse and our house, and with the tar pit and the cold tar and all that. And my Tío Javier, like I said, always with boots, climbing ladders, jumping fences. He was Michael Jordan reincarnation in boots. Everybody, that's who my Tío. He had to have his Marlboro cigarettes, and it had to be a certain way. Free, everybody. And my dad always contributed and was there for my Tío. I remember when my Tío Javier passed away, the first person I called was my dad. And I told him, my Tío Javier had just passed away and everything. And the first thing he goes, ¿Tienes sus botas? ¿Tienes sus botas? And I remember that he was sad. He probably went to the store and bought some beer, Doritos, and cigarettes. Probably drove around Val for everybody. I don't know. So, we had his funeral. It was very awesome and beautiful, everybody. But the time we lived with the Showtime and Magic Johnson will always be in my vocabulary, in my wording of my Tío Javier. So I hope everybody enjoys my Tío. And everywhere I walked in the city of Val, a lot of people had stories about my Tío, that he helped them build the fence, that he helped them build another room. He did my Diaz. He did a lot of construction. He was our handyman, our family handyman, and our Tío, and the person that we admire and respected. Everybody. So I just want to tell everybody. Hope you guys enjoy all the videos and all the stories that I talk about. Well, the number one person that taught me how to be myself was my Tío Javier Ramirez, everybody. He made me believe in myself. He made me a believer that I was special, and he always chose me. He encouraged me, even though I used to fight his kids. Even though he used to be an asshole, my Tío always loved me, everybody. He loved me as his own. He respected me, admired me, and he always believed in me. Even though I was a cagapalo, a snapper, and I used to get my ways and everything, but he must have hated my ass but he never showed it to everybody. And Oscar and Freddie and all that, and Tío Javier and Ramirez Jr. and Victor. I remember when we were at City Hall. I remember how we lived. And thank you, Tío, for always being there for us. I love you, Tío. Tío Javier Ramirez, rest in peace, Tío. And I know that Liz is over there with you. Tío, that's cabrón, man. Remember when we got him out of jail, or drunk? This is an exposure and drunk snapper. And Tío, you were here. You still are handyman. You still are person. You still are our Tío, our encourager, our enforcer, our motivator. All right, Tío.
Live at the sold-out crowd at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. It is Game 6, the 76ers and the Lakers.
The one thing you were concerned about was, Abdul-Jabbar's dominance against that team. He had been the factor in that series, period. And going back to Philadelphia, I think most people envisioned that the Sixers were going to be able to run roughshod over this team without Abdul-Jabbar.
A young man by the name of Magic Johnson is going to start at center.
When Magic jumped in the center with Caldwell Jones, I actually almost started laughing because I kept wondering what is going through Philly's mind.
From the opening tip, Magic displayed a kind of individual versatility the Sixers couldn't possibly have prepared for.
Magic, one half the box. A beautiful pass by the rookie. Magic down the middle. Magic comes for the layup and drew the foul.
Magic's hot and he knows it. Oh, what a pass to Cooper who scores!
Again, Dr. J valiantly kept the Sixers in the game. But they had little hope that they couldn't stop Magic. They never could.
Johnson is everywhere.
We played everybody conceivable against him defensively. And here's a guy that, what was he, 20 years old?
Here comes the 20-year-old rookie down the middle. Dawkins went to him and scored and sent him to the line.
After this performance, Magic would never again be thought of as just a good player with a great smile.
Irvin came up with one of those games that started to separate him in the eyes of people from the rest of the basketball players. And it was really the coming out party for Irvin Johnson.
The rookie had become a master, and he had the championship to prove it.
There it is. It's over, and the most valuable player is Magic Johnson. 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. He starts at center, plays forward and guard, and leads the Los Angeles Lakers to a world championship without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I just wish he stayed in school one more year. We would have gotten another ring.
Man, 42 points as a rookie in the biggest game. That's all right. That was still today my greatest game probably in
The starting lineup. He comes off the bench to start tonight, along with Noam Nixon in the back. Puts it down. Caldwell Jones with him, and so Magic puts it up at the perimeter.
So a little more distraction on the defensive guys.
To the left hand, Magic Johnson going inside on Julius. Magic will come down the baseline, and Dawkins tied him up, scored, and send Magic to the line. 2 fouls on Dawkins.
That all started when Irving overcommitted trying to intercept the ball, and he went right by it. You see Irving try to front him. That opened it up. Now Magic goes in, makes a fine hesitation move as Dawkins moves in on him. That's super move. He put it off the glass, the basket counts, and he'll get a free throw.
I think maybe he had to hesitate, Rodney.
I don't blame him at all.
Sometimes he hesitates and lost, but not in that particular situation.
Not that good at blocking out. He relies on his leaping ability to rebound, and Landsberger is an outstanding rebounder.
It's a 1-point Los Angeles lead right now. Jones facing outside perimeter shot on its way. Good shooter. Here's the rookie, Magic Johnson at the free throw line. He has scored 7, Wilkes 10, Jones 7, Cooper 2, and Nixon looking for his first point tonight.
Still wonder about that. They really seemed to rush it when they were looking for that 3-point out.
Magic puts it down, gets inside of BJ. Spectrum crowd now starting to come alive. They might have thought it was going to be easy, too. Oh, the rolling hook shot by the young center.
He's their best defensive player, and that's a key.
Nixon missing, and it was Magic underneath. Chance for the three-pointer as he scored a field goal off the offensive rebound.
Running the offense for that team to throw. You know, the referees are calling fouls. There are things that the guards can do that if guards go inside, if they would have bumped each other as hard as the centers do or not
Turn the corner. It is 54-56ers, 3:10. Magic comes right back on the penetration. And it's a two-point game again. Hollins. Here it comes. He's got an open man. It's Brad Holland, and Brad Holland shoots the layup, and we're even at 54.
made up for it.
Nixon dishes Wilkes on the turnover. It's Bibby from behind his back. Lead for and Magic got into the lane. Intercepted beautifully. It was intended for Irving. Inside of a minute, the Lakers down by 2. They could tie it.
I know a lot of times on fast break to the interception.
Coach Paul Westhead. And rookie Jerry Buss. We've just finished the greatest season in the history of the NBA, record-breaking, and I think we have just completed one of the greatest series in the history of the NBA, the World Championship Series tonight, and we have a new world champion. And I want to present the World Trophy to the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, the new world champions of basketball, and I'm proud to...
I've never had a group of men like this team do so much, minute by minute, week by week, month by month. I think we played 108 games, and they've given everything they had, and this is the end result. Thank you, guys.
Coach Westhead. Everybody put your hand up. Paul, come here. It was indeed a season for rookies. Jerry, Magic, and you. What are your feelings right now, Coach Westhead?
Well, Brent, I'm just so excited for our players. It's a long way back in Palm Springs when Jack McKinney got us all going, and we just stuck together, and it's just teamwork that got us here. And
good news for you. I don't know if you know it, but the National Magazine has named you the MVP for this series.
Well, thank you. You know, I just tried to do my best and help the team win, and it's just great. You know, the NBA, the whole season was great, and it's been beautiful.
I think that's really a capper to it, with Sport Magazine naming you the MVP. Do you have some few words to say to the big fella back in L.A.?
Yeah, big fella, we love you. We did it for you, and we want you to get up and dance a little bit tonight. I know that ankle is strong, but get up for us.
One final question I have to ask. You came in here, your teammates are rather subdued. This is probably one of the quietest locker rooms for a championship that I've seen.
Because it's unbelievable. I mean, you know, it's unreal. Right now, we're just, you know, thinking about it. It's happened so fast.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how much you realize this, but I was in the league a long time before I ever made it, and there's a lot of ball players around who haven't made it this far in a long career. This is your first year, and you're here. How many more of these would you like to get under your belt?
About 20.
Well, the best of luck to you. You're absolutely fantastic. Let's go back to Brett Musburger.
All right, Rick, thank you so much. Magic Johnson had some words to say about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like get up and dance a little bit tonight, big fella. I imagine that anchor feels a lot better.
Well, I know the team dedicated this victory to him. He's the one that led him all the way through. He's the big fella. Without him, I really had...
Bird, smothered, goes up anyway. Well, you said it, no question that Larry Bird, the man the Celtics will live or die with tonight. Magic Johnson short with the jumper. And here's Dennis Johnson on the break. And here's Kareem at the other end. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with an incredible play.
Here's Kareem. What a move he puts on Henderson to slide by. A little trip there. Still enough balance to put it in. What a play.
And ML Carr is going to make his entrance, goggles and all. First dead ball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook. He's break try. It's 2-on-1 LA. Worthy, Cooper. And it's Michael Cooper with a 2-on-1. They got this. Harris out to Maxwell. It's a 3-on-2 break for Boston. They go to Kareem. Inside move against Harris. And an offensive foul against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Throws it into the hands of Ainge. LA is back on defense. But Ainge is going all the way in. McHale. The basket is good. As Bird and McHale, it's
smaller players are in here now. He's guarded by Worthy, and here's Scott, a smaller player. He can jump over the top with the fall away. Or they think they can do everything.
Bird going in. Great body control.
Puts it on the floor, and a nice pick set there by McHale to free him. He eludes.
It's at low. Puts a move on Byron Scott. What a move by Larry Bird.
And he was in the picture too, Mark McGuire.
Haynes from Bird. Second period. Here's the sky hook. The famed sky hook. Jack Nicholson does not have as good a seat here in Boston as he does in L.A., Tom. 12 against Magic Johnson. Moving inside. The basket is good and a foul. Third team foul against Boston. And Worthy threw up an air ball. Well, you've seen that before. Kareem almost lost it. Kupchak. Kupchak fighting for the rebound. Here's Magic off the mark. Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird chucking down the court.
2 games at home, 2 blowouts, and talk of a sweep. But it became a battle in the trenches, basketball Boston style, testimony to the pride and heart of a championship Celtics club. But it was also in Boston where the series turned in one magic moment. And finally, back on familiar ground, the Lakers went for it head first. The result? Their second NBA title in 3 years and their 4th championship in the 80s. Today, the city salutes the winners as KHJ presents Championship 87, a victory celebration. And we are very pleased to help bring you that championship celebration. Good morning, everybody. I'm Roy Firestone.
They call it championship fever. I'm the doctor here, and I'm giving them all a note. I'm giving them all a note to stay away from work and enjoy the day. We'll be back with you in a little while. Now back to Roy at the top of the steps.